I hate myself. I recorded this video already, and when I was editing the audio, I forgot to save it. So let's just talk about Unika again. And let's address, like, the new character in the room. I get it, people want their mains to return, but I feel like Unika is not the root of the problem here. Unika is, like, perfectly fine because she's a character that has lore importance, and she's an entirely original character to the game itself. My primary issue with them adding new characters in Season 4 has nothing to do with Unika and has everything to do with fucking Lucy from Cyberpunk Edgerunners. You mean to tell me we could have gotten Raven back, we could have gotten Answer or Heyoon back? And I know nobody else but like me and every other Jam player from Exerd wants her back, but we could have gotten Jam back, and you mean to tell me we're getting Lucy from Cyberpunk Edgerunners? That show's dead. Like, didn't everybody like, I mean, I didn't like the ending. Didn't everybody like dislike the ending of that show or whatever? Like, why are we, I just, out of all the possible collabs, like, I would have preferred Neko Arc from Melty Blood, like, but Lucy from Cyberpunk, are we serious? Arxis, what are we doing, bro? The primary issue with freaking them adding a new character has nothing to do with them making an entirely new original character for the game itself, as long as the character has plot relevance. And Unika has a lot of plot relevance, and she has a lot of like new things that she gives to the game. There's a vast difference between like giving a character that adds a lot of things to the game and then adding a character that it feels like you just kind of shoehorned Lucy of all characters. Like, you really could have picked like a different character from another Arxis game, or like some character that like we all would want to see fight Soul Bad Guy, but no, you thought Lucy from Cyberpunk. Was there like a poll for this or something? I actually don't know. Like, was there like a I know they had like a freaking poll to see like what characters we all wanted, but with that poll, when it was like a crossover character, it didn't specify Lucy from Edgerunners. I vividly remember that. Like, I remember like clicking Heyoon and Jam, and then or Heyoon or Jam. I can't even remember how the poll worked, but yeah, I remember clicking Heyoon or Jam, and then like I saw like at the like very bottom it was like crossover character. I don't even think it presented like a character from Edgerunners like as a possibility there. I think they actually did say Blaze Blue or Melty Blood, and that's why it's so crazy to me that like they really thought, oh yeah, the hoe's gonna love this one. God, of all the possible characters to be across. Anyways, back to Unika. Unika's really fun. I feel like she's gonna be a really good addition to the roster, despite how freaking strong she feels in the game right now. Like, she feels really fucking powerful. She has like so many options for a lot of different situations, and that's to be expected of any character. Every character in the game has a lot of different options, but she feels like at the very least in the neutral game, she's extremely strong. Between neutral and when she has pressure applied, she's one of the best when it comes to transitioning between those two periods, but when she's on the defense, she feels really weak. And I feel like if they were to use that weak defense as a focal point, like if they were to like, you know, like make her defensive options, like somehow like make her defensive options a little bit weaker in some way, shape, or form, then that would make her like a really well-balanced character. Because I've found myself playing her, there have been like so many situations where I'll have the upper hand for like the majority of a round, and then we get put back into neutral, I lose the neutral game, I'm on defense, and I have like nothing I can do. It feels like I'm just getting screwed over and over. I'm not like looking at the footage I have as I'm recording this, but I'm sure you'll see quite a few situations of me losing neutral. But she has a really good neutral game. It's really on the ground neutral. She has a half screen trip. She has multiple like pretty good anti-air tools. At first I thought her anti-air tools were really good, but that was only really because I was against characters that were not as fast in the air. I played against a Chip Xanath yesterday, and oh my, I couldn't do anything to that chip. He was so oppressive that like I would be on defense for the majority of the game. Like, of course, anytime I was on offense, he was screwed because that's just kind of how his character works. But anytime I was on defense, which was like the majority of our matches, because we played for a really long time, anytime that I was on defense, I felt like I really couldn't do anything, and like I'd see him freaking jumping through the air, and I'd be like, oh, let me use this move, the one where she like freaking spins her gun and like aims it diagonally and shoots it. Like I'd use that, and then like, the chip would freaking J2K me and just knock me out of that move, and it's like, what do I do here? So I feel like in certain matchups she's gonna be like really oppressive, and then in other matchups she's just kind of gonna get screwed, and I feel like that's a really good thing for this character, although the best way to balance her would be, you know, make her defense a little bit worse. I played against 2 Slayer players yesterday, and one of them was not very good at Slayer. I'm gonna be 100% honest, he was not very good at Slayer, but she's a very consistent character, I will say that. Whenever you have pressure, you feel really strong, and you feel like you have a lot of options, a lot of things that you can do. But then, the moment that, like, the Slayer just started doing anything to me, I was screwed. He kept slamming, I can't even remember the name of it, but he kept spamming that one move where he punches, and I literally could not find a singular option that worked for it, and I was just screwed. I just lost. He spammed me into oblivion, and it was over. Going on to another thing, her supers, like the anti-air super, really good. That is a really good, really reliable part of her kit that I find myself using very frequently. And then the other one that is the exact opposite of an anti-air but has anti-air properties, yeah, that one is, it's so cool, but it's so bad. You'll probably see me try and use it multiple times in the gameplay here, but I keep failing at it because I keep hitting them in the air. The way that it works is obviously if you hit them in the air, it doesn't do the full transformation of the super, which reduces a lot of the possible damage that you could do. It's a really situational one, but I feel like it's like way too situational. I feel like it's like, because you have to be at low health and you have to hit them while they're not in the air, and then the damage scaling on it is like so freaking, like, the damage scaling on it from what I've seen just kind of like really screws you if they're already at like a relative health, to yours, unless you already know a combo in that super that will kill them, and when they're at a specific amount of health, it's really not gonna do much. So in most situations, it's just better to use the other one. I feel like the best way to work around that is either remove the property where the full length of the super can't be used when you hit someone in the air, or remove some of the damage scaling, obviously not all of it, I mean it's gonna need scaling, but remove some of the damage scaling when they're at lower percentages in order to make it so that it still holds relative value to what it does when they're at a higher health percentage. I feel like that the entire point of that super is to be if you're not supposed to get hit by this, but if you get hit by it, it changes the game. But like, there's seldom any situations where it's ever gonna be really used with how it functions right now. That's honestly all I have to say about Unika right now. Be sure to let me know what you think of her. I find her very fun, and I will be playing her a lot. Be sure to check out the next one, which should be soon. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Have a good day, night, happy time zone. Peace.
Hear it.
First I go whip out the boat. No, I can't hit on my brakes. My life is out of control. I'm telling you, nobody's safe. I've been living my life in limbo. My ice came with a train.